Welcome back to the Red Zone. I'm AJ and this is all your Manchester United sports, entertainment and news updates. This is your match reaction video for Thursday's Europa League last 16 tie against Real Betis. We're also going to touch on the humiliating defeat at Liverpool. We're going to talk about the performances, talk about the results and what they mean going forward. So let's get into it. First thing we have to say is apologise for the late match reaction for the Liverpool game. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. But yeah, what can we say? We're not really going to go too deep into it. Absolutely disgraceful performance by near enough all of the team. To lose 7-0 to your biggest rivals. Also the joint biggest defeat in our club's history. It's embarrassing. The players in the first half, let's not kid ourselves, it was quite even and you thought we were putting up a good fight, dominating a lot of the play, and then you get the sucker punch just before half time where they score the goal. So you're thinking then you need to get to half time, Erik Ten Hag can get them in there and give them a kick up the arse and hopefully come out fighting. But they came out for the second half and conceded again. Relatively quick after the restart, and then after that it was just a fucking shit show really. Players' heads went down, confidence was knocked. You could see aspects of the amount of games we've been playing coming into it with the fatigues. Just some of the players just weren't there. Even some of our big dons like Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes just didn't turn up. Marcus Rashford had a bad game. The players just didn't turn up, do you know what I'm saying? But hopefully it was just a blip. They're going to have to move on and they're going to have to get over it. Anything can happen when you play one of your big rivals like that, but 7-0 should not be allowed to happen, do you know what I'm saying? You can always go there and lose. You can always go there and have a poor performance, but you can't lose 7-0, do you know what I'm saying? Erik Ten Hag as well. Some of the decisions he made, some of the substitutes. It's just a bad day at the office. Do you know what I'm saying? For everyone involved. Bruno Fernandes, my captain. But do you know what? You have to hold your hands up, and if someone plays shit, they play shit just like they get the praise when they play good. And his performance against Liverpool was shocking, especially as a captain. When you're seeing him walking back and getting frustrated and just throwing his arms and that around, what are you going to expect from the rest of the team? The captain's supposed to lead the performance, and it's just a bad day at the office all around, you know what I'm saying? The only saving grace is that you can move on to the next game and you can put things right. Liverpool ain't even in the Champions League spots at the minute. We're in third position. We're Carabao Cup champions. We're still in the Europa League. And we're still in the FA Cup, so it's one of them. You just have to take it on the chin and move on. Obviously you're going to get bantered for a while, and you just have to blame the fucking players for that really. There's nothing we can do about it. And we move on. So let's get into Thursday night's match reaction for the Europa League first leg, last 16 tie against Real Betis. First thing we have to say is, off the back of the Liverpool game, Ten Hag picked the exact same team, and that sent shockwaves out all over social media, all over the news channels. People questioning what he's doing. Why isn't he making any changes? Do these players deserve to still be in the starting lineup? But that's Ten Hag, the mad scientist, you know what I'm saying? Even myself, I didn't expect to see the same team that lost 7-0 to Liverpool. But I kind of understand it, do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's basically put them back out there to say, yo, go and fucking rectify the situation and show the people that you care. And you know what? The mad scientist does it again because it worked realistically. From the first minute, we were on it. Back to Ten Hag ball, quick passes. Defence was solid. I think the only one in the game who didn't really perform up to a high standard was probably David De Gea with that sloppy kicking. But I'm not going to keep going over the De Gea thing because for all the sloppy kicking you get, he pulls world-class saves out. I mean, the man's just one save of the month for a game. So you have to take the good and you take the bad. But yeah, it was back to more of the same of the old United that we've seen for the start of the season. Rashford gets the goal early, absolute thunderbolt. He's just on another planet at the minute, do you know what I'm saying? 26 goals, all competitions, his best scoring season. I think it's only Ireland and Mbappe who got more goals than him. So he's back to his best. Yeah. And then obviously what happens again, like I've said this multiple times, bullshit referees, bullshit VAR in the Europa League. I don't know what's going on. It's same with Champions League. European referees and officiates are fucking shit. And then you've got this goal to make it 1-1 when it was clearly handball. I mean, the man actually, you see him arc his arm to hold the ball, but they decided no handball as a chest. I've never seen a man's chest that's outside of his body on the right. So that just goes to show you it's fucking poor officiating again in Europe. And you can imagine if the game was tight, like we know the result now, but you can imagine the game was tight and something like that happens and it robs you of a position in the last 8. Do you know what I'm saying? But luckily it didn't. After that, game kind of petered out to half-time. Then obviously Ten Hag's got them in there half-time and give them a kick up their arse, because you could kind of see the remnants of the Liverpool loss after that creeping in, a bit more slower, a bit more tentative. But second half came out, game finished 4-1, absolutely smashed them to bits. Let's have a look what we got down here. Yeah, Bruno. Actually, Anthony had to silence the haters as well. Popped up, absolutely worldy top bin finish. But that's what he's got in his locker, and teams know that's what he wants to do. But stopping him's a different thing. And let's not kid ourselves. He's been getting slated all season, but realistically, when you look at the numbers, they're not that bad. And last night again, he was on it. 3 or 4 chances he's had, he was constantly involved, trying to link up the play. So it's just going to take time with Anthony, do you know what I mean? He's got to settle in. He ain't got to listen to all the outside noise from the fucking bullshit reporters and dickhead fans who jump on people after one bad performance. We just stick with him, man, and the finish was out of this world. Then again, Roberto Carlos with the corner, and Bruno Fernandes just gets in there, absolute bullet header. And it's more a performance what we wanted to see, especially after the Liverpool result, proper captain's performance. I mean, Bruno Fernandes was everywhere, involved in everything, got his goal, was involved in making a goal, tackling, passing, spreading the play. It's just that's what you expect from a United captain. And it was just great to see. Man of the match performance for Bruno. Shut the haters up, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then the big man, Weghorst, Wout Weghorst, finally got his goal. Let's not take the piss. This man should have had about 3 or 4 in that game as well, but it was not dropping for him. Do you know what I'm saying? But he managed to get his goal, the 4th goal, rounded it off, and the celebrations were good to see. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's a man with pride and passion to play for the club. You saw when he scored how much the goal meant to him. Yeah, man, so I'm pleased for him, do you know what I'm saying? Because like I've said before, he's not banging them in left, right and centre, but what he does for the team, you can't question that. The running, the closing down, the tracking back, the link-up play. He does more than put the ball in the net, so I'm glad that he actually got his first OT goal. And yeah, man, 4-1, comfortable lead going into the second leg next week at Spain. You would think the job's near enough done. Our foot's in the quarterfinals, but obviously it's football, anything can happen. But we just see. But it was good to get 4 goals. Good to have a 3-goal difference. Weghorst on the score sheet, you can't moan. And also, I want to give a mention out to Facundo Pellistri as well. because we've said this as well before, the running style, the control of the ball, the movements he makes, it's Messi-esque. Now, obviously, we're not saying he's on the level of Messi, but it's Messi-esque. And he done it again last night for that fourth goal for Weghorst. I mean, the man's out on the right towards the touchline, surrounded by three players, and you're thinking there's nowhere he can go. And his pace and his running ability with the low centre of gravity, the man comes on the outside and just duns all three players, and then actually finds the ball across from McTominay to try and shoot, and then obviously rebound for Wout Weghorst. So Pellistri just shone again in the little time that Ten Hag gave him, and he's going to start to give us a headache really when it comes to selections, you know what I'm saying? Because the kid deserves more game time. He starts every game for Uruguay. So yeah, big up Pellistri on that. Did amazing down that side. So yeah, that's it. Good performance. Good win in Europe. Like I say, the tie should be realistically done, and we go again next week. But next up for us is Southampton in the Premier League. Another game at Old Trafford on Sunday. Realistically, they're bottom but one in the league. You got to be slapping these teams up and just taking the 3 points and just rolling on. Just not making a big deal of it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a massive game. We just smash them, take the points, and we keep the third position, and the fight for the top 4, we just dominate it and carry on going. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then it's back to the Europa League second leg on Thursday. So we will have a match reaction for the Southampton game on Monday. Make sure you watch out for that one. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family. We're on the road to 1K. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well, so you know when we've uploaded a video. Also, any comments, any shout outs you want, drop them in the comments as well, yeah? Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Shitload of daily content on there that you'll love. You can get involved with. That's at the bottom of the screen now, and the link is in the video description. And I want to say a big thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.